Hi, my name is Mark. Today we're going to be playing Control. I played a little bit, um, probably a week before it came out, just to get a handle on it. So I have an idea how it all works. Uh, don't remember what all the controls are, but I'm going to start a new game and overwrite my existing progress so I can start this anew. It's 7:23 right now. All right. Press space.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder.
Is it now? Is it going to be weirder? All right. I think we're okay there.
Than usual.
Than usual.
Can't be helped.
Can't be helped.
You called me. So here I am.
Here I am.
I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you.
That's
It's
nice.
just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing.
Nothing.
It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster.
And the poster.
The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here?
There may be some graphic artifacts
Hello?
on this because
Anyone here?
I'm not at 1080 on my screen. Controls very well though. You gotta love RTX graphics cards. So WASD is move. What's this? I don't know how loud I am. Hold on, let me check. I'm a little loud. There, I turn it down a little bit. All right. I think I was a little loud. Ooh. Yeah, I'll read it that way. Oops. Collectibles. That was correspondence. I'll bring it all up, but I'm not going to read all that. I'll try to bring it up if I don't forget, just so that way anybody who wants to read can read. Okay. I got a new mouse pad too, so it's a little sensitive. I might have to turn the mouse sensitivity down. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn the mouse sensitivity down a little bit. 50, let's try 40. Okay. Yeah, that's a little better. New mouse pad's like, no. Hey, I can run. Whee! Now see, Arbor at work. That's supposed to be the janitor. There it goes, it loaded in. It took a second. Probably eating up a lot of memory because I'm doing a recording too. So some things like this are not going to pop in right away. See, there it goes. So, sorry about that. Hopefully it doesn't do that too
Federal
much.
Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, they were. They were hiding in plain sight. That's the only thing here. Now, I'm running this with an RTX graphics card, and I'm using the new capabilities it has with ray tracing. So, some frames may get dropped, but some things might not pop in at full quality because I'm actually whacking the graphics really hard because I want the best quality for this. And not much there. Yeah. Like, I like the story. I'll go back and read that later, probably. Maybe. Yeah, I'll stand on top, thanks. That was this one. Ports. Alright.
Hello? Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, niin johan helvetti. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
Maybe. But what this game is based... That's confusing. Oh, they already switched me around, huh? Wow. That's confusing. Alright. Oops. I knocked over the sign. Okay, that confused me.
The cell
Confuzzled.
and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Yeah. Sure. You have voice of her as Courtney Hope. This is basically a playable movie. Sci-fi movie, but a movie.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Well, I can't go in there. Any papers I could read? I guess not yet. Oh, what's in here? Paper there. Do not disturb. That's one of my appointments for the day. Okay. Anything in here? I might want to turn, my headset needs turned up a little bit. Give me 1 second here. I'll try that. That might help a little. It did. Okay, that helped a little.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
That's a big map. I didn't do that when I first experimented. Sword. Intentional left flank. Replication will be
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place.
Choose to be the chosen one. In other words, they're saying if I fail this, I die. That makes sense. Ooh, that's pretty. I want that in my... Pretty. I want that in my room. Bubblegum Polaroid? Oh, wee! 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 What's that? Uh-oh. What is that? Okay. That's a wrong place to have melee, but okay. Really? Really? Okay. Hey, gun.
The same gun. Okay, now I have a gun.
Okay, now I have a gun. Put this light on back here. Actually, you know, This may not be the best light to have on. Let's do that one. Alright. Now I have a gun. Figured that much. Oh, I can aim too. Okay. You didn't tell me I could aim. Thank you. V is melee. What's G? What's middle mouse? Show is Q. What is middle mouse? Launch. I don't have that yet. Okay, so I can't overwrite melee. Wait, is F? Yeah, U, C's, E. All right, we'll leave V. I hate that button. I tried to blast him. Charge, charge, charge. You have to actually wait a second. What is that? Blue light. You actually have to... F? Okay. You actually have to wait a second for it to aim properly. Hey, I got appointed. Congratulations.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it's in my ear.
It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
That is a pretty cool gun. I wish I had one that recharged. That don't look good. What did you move me forward for?
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror.
Oh, wow.
Get the fuck away!
Come on, recharge, 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 recharge. Got you. Okay. Did I get him? What are those little blue dots doing? How can I pick them up? Ooh, that is weird. Look at that smoke. I screwed up the floor. That's funny. The power. Think she's mad at the wall? I hate this wall. I hate it. What about the glass? Holy frick! Oh, that's great. Ugh. You know, you want to know what I think about Windows? Ah, I twisted my foot the wrong way. Can I open this yet? No. What's in here? Oh crap. Okay, that's the director. Service weapon, okay. I don't know what I opened. Alright, multimedia. Oh, that's what I watched, okay. Wonder what happens if yeah, it's showing the reticle turn red. Oh wow. That is cool, look at that. Wow. Oh, that's not realistic, but that was cool though. You know what I think of this panel? Oh, it won't damage the panel. Oh well. Like this table? I hate it. This one too. Ah, window. Ah, it's caged window. Won't let me. This is a pretty cool game.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
I hated it. I hate that one too. Oh crap. What's this? What's shooting me? Oh crap. I'm assuming those floating dudes are bad. Oh, dude. Crap. Holy crap. Do I regenerate? Please tell me I regenerate health. There's still more floating people. Recharging, okay. That's health, okay. That makes sense. Okay, that's health. Let's get more. Wow. Still hear voices. What's the voices from? Executive meeting. Huh. I don't know what assets are. I got whatever concept. I guess it's concept material. I don't know. I hate that paperwork. All right. Poor dude. I hope the dude didn't fill it. Something over here. Correspondence again. Dinner reservations. Says hombre. Huh. Ignoring that. Huh. Well, that's odd. Nothing else on them or collectibles. I hated the desk too. That. Oh no, it won't let me do the plant. Why not? Oh well. Wow. Shelter. What's this? House memory. Okay. What's this? Marshall. Okay. See, this says weapon mods. What is this? Accuracy boost. That's cool. I got an accuracy boost by some point. At some point. That'll probably help me a little bit. What's this door? Can I go through there? No. It knocked a chair over. This is cool. Probably gotta go through that door over there. Is there any more paperwork? Papers! Papers! Ah. Why couldn't it hit? Central executive, huh? Oh, I hit it. Her. It. Whatever. What's that blur?
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Growing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy.
Huh.
That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
See, it's not turning red. Does that mean I shouldn't be shooting them? Just let me stand on the table while I read this. Visitor evaluations. How to handle and schedule visitors. Are you here to see some? Well, no one helped me. That one's red, see? Urban legends. Research records, urban legends. Huh. I don't want to turn the radio on. Why does it want me to turn the radio on? What happens if I... I think it's a lot more accurate. I hope it does more damage. Oh. Oh. I don't like red. Oh crap. Okay. Now what? Guess I jump down? And grab health as soon as I jump down? Oh, crap. 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 Okay. What is that?
Must cleanse control points.
Hidden Trend House Memory Energy Boost.
Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help
Yeah,
me
what
fix
does
it.
what does that mean? Before I do that, are there any more weapon mods? Yeah, there's personal mods. What does that do? Energy recovery speed, 19%. Energy boost, 5%. I guess that's for the gun. So let's... I would just do... I don't know what's better. It's almost 20%. It charges a little quicker. I don't want to probably want to give me one shot. Lens control point. Vanquish the demons. There we go.
Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Hello. Can you hear
Oh,
me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
there's still people floating in
Please,
here.
talk to me. We saw you deal with the compromised agents.
I'll talk to you in a minute. Let me check out these rooms. Ooh,
Is it safe to come out?
in a minute. Undefined reading. Bureau expenditures. Okay. Anything in here? Hello? Shifted bathroom complaint? Okay. Bathroom complaint. Okay. Ooh, another box. Okay. Undefined material. Unique material. Undefined material. I don't want any music. What's in here? Technological restrictions. Technological restrictions. Okay. As long as I bring it up, it can always be read later. No box. Is there a box? Box! No box. Those are for mail. Box? Box. Is there a box in? Yes, box. Lovely box. Health boost, open loadout. Okay. I gotta change this. 17% health boost. That may come in handy. I'll put on a health boost. Assets. I have no idea what these are. Hidden trend. I don't know what assets are for. Great Scott. My ascots. No, I don't know. Any other? Is there another box? Run! Box. Box. Radio. This is where I came in, right? Yeah, I think this is where I came in. What's that? Oh, man, there. Okay. So I guess I got all the boxes. What was that? Boardroom. Oh, here, let me check the radio. Intercom.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
I'm the new director.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you.
HRA?
You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Huh.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even...
Fourth wall
Look,
break.
Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can
Fourth
try
wall
it together.
break. Yeah, we'll try it. Fourth wall break.
You with me?
Yeah,
We
I'm
did it
with
before. Push the hiss out.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think it's going to work, though. Intuition. Push the life right out of her. Bye.
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep.
Yeah, you push the life right out of him. His agent. Seen in the many corrupted agents floating throughout the their parents undergoing no. Yeah, they're vessels. They're not people.
Ripping it out rips them apart.
You know,
Jesse, over here.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it. Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time. That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're
the
what
thing
saved
she's wearing.
us. A few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay. That's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
That's interesting. Is there one door? Bakelite is an old plastic. They don't make it anymore.
Look, I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Thanks, Emily.
Containment vessel? Why is a phone contained? Yeah, Bakelite's a brittle plastic they don't use anymore. If you were to drop the phone, it would shatter or crack. Let me see what she has to say.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Oh. Origins of Hiss.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on
Right.
that, Emily.
The oldest house.
You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay.
Fourth wall break again. That's the third time. Director Trench.
This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I'm not giving you my
I
gun.
think I will.
Why would I give you my gun? Yeah, I'm not giving you my gun. I want my gun. Objects of power.
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Me too.
Don't worry, I
Me
love going
three.
over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this? Got it. Thanks.
I lost her. Hadron resonance amplifier. Hadron. That's a field,
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
right?
It
Energy.
seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one, it seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Well, I guess that's all for that.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Huh. Alrighty, is there anything in here I can take? Yes, there is. Box! Box! House memory. Material. Alright. I think this section is done. Ta-da! Yeah, this section is done. right, I'm almost at an hour for this stream and recording / recording. So I think I'm going to stop this recording and stream and restart for part 2. And I'm going to upload this probably to YouTube. So this will be on YouTube, anybody that's watching. Now, my Twitch TV is Marky Mo 00, which I'm going to have to put schedules on there for when I'm going to actually schedule live streams. But I was planning on doing a live stream and then upload to YouTube shortly after. I don't plan on editing any of these if they are storyline based games. So if everything's storyline based, I want everything to go through from start to finish without any edits. Now I do that, everything's going to be very long. I'm probably going to do around 1 hour segments, give or take. So if everything works out well, though, I'm hoping to build on this and maybe even start playing some games that most people don't play. And I guess go from there. So, but so far I think this segment's done. So this ends it for part 1, and I'll see you all again very soon.